Okay, so February 24th. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now this week is this week I'm starting to make more videos and for reindeer and getting starting to separate like the resources that go accompany those videos. So that way when everybody goes over that you'll have the video to watch, which is awesome. I'm using Pictory.ai, which is cool. I feed a script in, I have 500 scripts all ready to go, and I feed it in. In about 10 or 15 minutes, it'll actually make a video for me, generate it. I can go in and choose the voice. I can choose, I mean, like Zeke could be cool. You like, I don't know if you've seen the Wyoming one for LLCs. It actually had the Tetons. It had Devil's Tower, and it had Cheyenne Frontier Days in the pictures. South Dakota had Mount Rushmore, Sturgis, the Corn Palace,
Yep.
and Walt Drug. So pretty cool.
Nice.
So if we do want, we did one in Washington State. I mean, eventually we'll try to do a lot of stuff for different states. I chose those states like Alaska because I wanted to have the states where people should set up LLCs. Once I actually activate it this week, then I'll take the Pictory watermarks out. It's pretty cool. It has a little soft music, and then so people will be able to see the script because I'll also put the script in. They'll be able to see the words as they go on the script, and no video is going to be over 10 minutes. So that way people can absorb, and there'll be a little bit of music, and then the pictures kind of help just kind of keep people interested, and that helps them. There's three ways that they're absorbing the information in three different ways simultaneously. So that reinforces their learning. And I'll have 500 from A to Z, basically everything that's real estate. Then about 100, 150 videos for all the resources that I have in the files tab. And then we'll also, all of you, everybody in the group can actually do their own. In the group, we'll have more access, but then Danny also has it set up through his provider now where people can actually monetize their own content. So if they want to put portfolios or they want to do their own mini courses and stuff, everybody in the group can do it now. Anybody that's not in the group can load content and then they can monetize it, and then it helps everybody. We're also going to have a link to Home Depot where you'll get it's just looks like just the Home Depot. The only thing is at the bottom there is our company. And so basically anybody can get a discount at Home Depot on everything that they carry. You go to the store, pick it up, have it delivered just the normal way. So we're going to take that money, instead of actually has that income, we're going to actually use that as revenue to actually pay for more advertising, more marketing, and more stuff to help promote you guys. And it's designed so all of you can get your names out there too. Get your listings out there, get your properties out there, attract more lenders, more people with money. And then the deal desk is going to be awesome. So I'm like Facebook right now, where I still have to do a lot of stuff manually to help people. The idea is people will be able to put on, or eventually I want to have an AI like thing where it helps people can actually fill in like the information, and then it can, you're doing a short-term rental, and then it'll ask the questions like, what do you do? So that way it puts in all the information. And when you push send, it would go to every lender in the group, in the organization that does short-term rentals. And then we, as admins, Jesse, me, Paul, Danny, we'll all see those. So
Nice.
we'll know that. So it should, but it's going to be still a work in progress. I have to tell everybody that. So I hope we'll get a few more people on tonight. Mondays have been kind of slow. I think after we launch, probably about April, we'll probably just do the Thursday nights, because we'll be like, unless people made a special one on Mondays. Eventually, too, I'd like to be able to have it where people do their own events, and I'm looking at a couple different. If you guys have seen those ads where you can do your own like streaming thing on like TV almost, and then we also have video like Zoom. I'm trying to work with. There's a thing called Riverside. It kind of looks like Zoom. So I want to get those and it's kind of competed so we can have our own like almost like 24/7 and have people that can come on, get a password, or they can log in and host like in 30 minutes or an hour, update people, and eventually we get our own hosts and stuff, and we'll get compensated because we can monetize that as well. So people want to really get out there and talk about what's going on in the state of Washington, what's going on in Wyoming, what's going on in California. Matt's joining us now. That's cool. Hey Matt, how you feeling, buddy? I know you said you sent me that you got sick last week. Yeah, so so that's the goal. So Laura, if you want to like some point you decide you want to talk about what's going on in your deals, you could actually just really start a conversation and kind of like what Twitter Spaces is. You build up your little, network, and then you go live, and then you got, maybe 5 people, maybe 50 people. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So Matt, hope you're feeling better. Matt got sick last week, so. And you guys want to, if you guys ever want to, we're working on something cool because Matt's on now. Hopefully he'll be able to talk. If not, he actually took a course in government contracting. They kind of bid, and it's a website called sam.gov for the government. And you go there and get registered, and they do have real estate stuff like HUD, DOD. A lot of agencies have some real estate stuff. You just got to have all your stuff together when you bid, because you get awarded. You better, gotta have your financing in place and all that to do your deals. Hey, Bill, what's up?
Not much. How are you doing?
Hey, trying to work on content today. Got a couple more, got 2 more videos done of the test videos, and I'll be doing, my goal's to have 15, and then I'm gonna build 30 in March. So I'm gonna have about 45 by the end of March.
Nice.
Tried to call Dana today, he hasn't called me back yet. Looks like we should be good to go sometime next week. Just I don't have an exact date, but sometime next week. It could be the beginning of the week, could be the end of the week. We'll be live.
I went and looked at a duplex today, 3 2s on each side. I've got the application turned in. One thing I might be needing is a experienced partner, because everything that I've done has been over 5 years ago.
Okay. I don't know if Ari's going to be on tonight or not. He hasn't told me. So I'm sure Ari is probably the first person to talk about that.
Well, I've been in communications with Casey on this.
Oh, yeah, with Casey. Okay, cool.
So
we'll try to figure out how we can get an experienced partner, because I know we have some people in the group that may be interested.
Okay. Yeah, it's not that I don't have the experience. It's just their thing is like 36 in the last 36 months. Well, all of my stuff has been like 6 years ago. My credit score is awesome. I just need the experienced partner again.
Okay. Let's see. While we're talking lending, we get Simi's on. Let's see what he thinks about that. Try to get him on unmuted. Hey, Simi, what's up?
Hey, not much. How's it going?
I don't know if you heard Bill. He's talking about, he's got a duplex in Colorado. 2 3-2s. He's talking to Casey, but he might need an experienced partner because he hasn't done a deal like this in 3 years, and they're asking for, or like 5 years, Bill?
5 to 6 years.
What are you looking to do? Buy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to buy a duplex?
Yeah, I'm buying a duplex, but I've got great credit, and all of my experience is from at least 6 years ago, 5 to 6 years ago.
What's the price of the duplex?
It's $420.
And do you have the down payment?
No, we're doing a loan where I'm not going to need it, but that's where I'm going to need the experienced partner, and the experienced partner also has to have the good credit like I do, like a 680 or above, and I've got a 743. So.
How are you? Are you structuring it through what's his name's program?
Casey. Casey.
No,
yeah,
Casey at Life Changing. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
No, because we're trying to find some experienced partner. Like Ari has them, but that's for his program. Casey doesn't really have. Life Changing, so we're trying to find a partner for him. It's a great deal. That's a great deal, especially now that you found one in Grand Junction.
I know.
Is that in Grand Junction?
Yeah, it's in Grand Junction, and this one is fully remodeled already. I mean, it's literally buy and rent it out. So everything is done and ready. That's
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's try to work on that. Maybe he can still find somebody. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask Ari if he knows anybody that can do it. Let me try to see if I can find. There's some other people in the group that I'm thinking of. I just need probably. I'll post something later or in the morning, or post something what you're looking for. And tag me and say you're looking for somebody with experience or something.
I don't know how to do that. You know that I don't know.
I'm trying to encourage you, dude. I'll post something for anybody because I don't know all the deals, and people will start asking me the numbers and stuff, and I'll be like, oh.
It's a duplex, 3 2s on each side, 420,000. I need just an experienced partner with also a good credit, just in case.
What are they, how long do they have to be in on the deal?
Uh,
Permanently?
like,
I mean,
well,
well,
that's up for negotiation too, but 6 months to whatever.
okay. So they're gonna be out and refi, you're gonna refi in 6 months, or they just,
Yeah, well, it depends on which program,
Okay.
in case he can get it under that's the best
okay,
for working.
we'll try to find, see if we can post it and find somebody.
What kind of experience is needed?
I guess fix and flips or
But if it's already remodeled, why do you need?
because of the loan programs that he's trying to go under, I need experience of somebody who's bought and sold or bought and hold within the last 36 months or something like that. A couple of years. It can't go out as far as mine has been out.
Yeah, so you got a 3-year limit.
Yeah, hard money
Yeah.
requires it just for the best loan rates.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get it, no experience, but you're paying top dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, my last ones were 4 years ago. I bought a house and I refinanced a house all at the same in two different transactions. But that was literally like 4.2 years ago.
Well, that's like Danny too. Danny's trying to get to flip again, and they don't count as realtor experience. It's like, what the hell? Yeah.
It's stupid. It's crazy. I mean,
Yeah, they don't count as so Ari's gonna try to help him because he wants to flip, and it's like, man, there's a few properties that Evergreen that they're like, hey, we should try to flip it. I'm still trying to get the owners of Greystone Estate to take a $25 million, off the asking price, so I can buy it.
well, if you
So
can get them to do that, let me know and I'll jump in on that one too.
Well, the best part is Richard owns it. He's a friend of my dad. He's a hedge fund guy, and he has like a $40 million house in Vale, up in what's that place in Vale, Bachelor Gulch. He has a $40 million house up there. Richard will know exactly who wrote the offer and sent it to him if it comes in. He knows it's funny. He used to own White Fence Farm in Denver. Remember that big him and his partner Craig, and they own a couple of restaurants. But yeah, Richard and his family, or his wife, they're huge, like big time. They were, he was working on Wall Street when he was like 24. He's got like a lot of money. That guy's got more money than he knows what to do with.
I wish I had that problem.
He's retiring now. Like he's got grandkids, and he's ready to, because Greystone's an estate. I mean, it's like there's a building that's been there 100 years, another building that's been there like 80. They got a swimming pool. I mean, it kind of looks like a good place to build like a 9-hole golf course in the middle of the forest. My parents live about a mile from it in the same area, so it's a pretty nice little place. I've always liked it as a kid and stuff. It has 2 gates to get into it. It has one gate, and then like where the quarters are for like the housekeepers and stuff, because people can rent it. They built this big pavilion that seats like 400 people. Richard and his wife decided they couldn't find a wedding venue for their daughters, so they built this huge pavilion that's like an event center. That's the kind of stupid money that he has.
Wow.
And that was like 20 something years ago.
Just
He's a nice guy too. I mean, you'd never know he was that rich if you met him outside of, if you didn't know.
well, that's how most of the really wealthy ones are, is you wouldn't know it until
Yeah.
you get to really know them. My dad has a friend who is his family owned some soup bottling or canning company. I don't remember the name of it. But this guy's got so much money coming out of every orifice of his body. He marries a woman. He's been married like 7 times. Doesn't like them. Buys them a new house. Buys them a new Mercedes or whatever they want, and then turns around and divorces them and gives them everything that he paid for, and then goes on and does again. And I mean, he just has money coming left and right.
Cool. Hey, Simi, what do you got going on that's new? Anything cool? Any cool new programs?
Yeah, I've got some pretty good programs, but they're high dollar stuff.
Yeah.
Like I got a 4.75% rate refinance for Class A core products. Loan starts at 5 million, but it's it's based off the 1 month SOFR, and it's 60 to 65% LTV. So it's really designed for. It's actually designed for multifamily, self-storage, hospitality, golf courses, and something else I can't remember right now. But yeah, it's really designed for strong sponsors and strong assets, Class A, Class B assets. But you
Cool.
can't beat that rate.
Yeah, and we're definitely gonna have to get it on the Ranger. So like, I think you got on a little after I told everybody that we should be up and running next week, finally, after
Yeah.
5 years. So I'm pretty excited. So we'll figure out how to do that and how to promote it. I think if some of your deals along with Gabe's will probably be in that. There's also a community I'm gonna have in there because I'm gonna have your first deal for brand new people and the lenders and the people in that group that'll be our newbie friendly. But we're gonna go to the other extreme and have we conceived this like 5 years ago called Private Money Boardroom. It's kind of like watching Celebrity Apprentice when I thought about this. And it was like like a very high end people who could do 8, 9, 10 figure deals. And that they'll be restricted, they'll have all the family office and hedge fund contacts in there and all that. So that'd be a great group for like you and Gabe in the community in Reindeer. Because he's doing those kind of deals as well. I know Ari's got a good, and also our new connector has some pretty good financing that way too. We tend to have gaps in the middle. Generally, like Ari's gaps is between 15 and 100. He can do a lot up to 15 million, and then he just can't touch anything until it's over 100. I was like, wow. And so, and the new connector is almost the same way. It's like weird how there's like a gap in that kind of area anyway, from like the 20 million to 100. But most of a lot of our people are still newer or are scaling and not quite there yet. But I think honestly we're gonna attract a lot of people. I know so many people that are like they're gonna subscribe as soon as we open. And I think people will do it out of curiosity. What can I get for $99? And then they go through, hopefully they stay for a year.
What's going to be the marketing plan behind it?
Danny's basically doing a lot of it through SEO and optimization because he's getting a lot of traffic already that agents gather. And then we're also I'm gonna hit some YouTube. Starting in April, I'll be doing some videos, and I'm also going to be putting some 90-second. I'll be doing all the videos of the 500 I do. As I do them, I'll be making them like a 90-second thing for Insta and TikTok and YouTube just to drive traffic.
Right.
We'll get a lot of interest, and then go join this, and then we'll start doing a lot of. Plus, I'm doing some live events. I'm doing one in April in Florida, one in June in Missouri. Then I'm going to MPLAs used to be Pitbull. Going to that in September and a couple other events. Jim Ingersoll's got Dealmaker Private Capital in October. So doing some of the events too, where we can go and we can start. Because like a deal like that one, and then also Pitbull, the MPLA, we'll get a lot of other bigger lenders. There's usually about 30 something sponsors that are all like RCN Capital and Rock Capital and all those, the big ones are going to be there. A lot of the big lenders that are the real hard money company based lenders are going to be there. So we're going to bring a lot of those in. Once we have all those in one place, then it's going to be awesome. But yeah, we got the marketing. Danny's awesome at that. Like I said, Agents Gather's getting a lot of traffic. He's actually getting quite a bit from his side, and he has a lot of realtors and title people and all that already on there. So it's pretty good. It's growing. It's now, after it's been on for a year and a half or so, it's been up. It's actually starting to index like 24/7 on Google. And that's where you start getting traffic. Well, Google's indexing constantly now there, which is great. So I don't know how all that works, but he was doing that stuff before he ever became a realtor. So I'm like, cool, I'll just let him do it. He's taking a cut of the 99 for that, for marketing and stuff. And so eventually we have 100, 500,000 subscribers. That'll be the money that will spend every month to promote it. And then I'll do YouTube I'll do, like I said, YouTube. I'm going to change up a little bit how I do the Facebook. Because I think, like I said, I've got so many people that are, and then you guys promote it because you guys are getting revenue share. So if you guys also promote it to other people, you guys are going to split up that revenue, which is about 35. It's just under 35%. Because if we're at $99 a month, we're paying $35 per month per prescription into the pool. So it's gonna be awesome. And then we'll do a second pool in phase 2, and then we'll do a pool for the attorneys and stuff. I think a lot of people are gonna be happy that we're gonna eventually have attorneys. It'll be kind of like having a legal shield. We'll have a bunch of attorneys in phase 3, so people will actually be able to get at least a small dose of legal advice. They won't be able to probably do like a syndication or something, but at least the lawyers will be on there, hopefully doing videos and talking to stuff, talking about the contracts and how to do things. We just had like one Janelle Compton who's in our group. She just got her truck license like today, so she was pretty excited. So we're also going to get a lot of realtors, and I think a lot of people will also be excited because Danny has that MLS that he has an agents gather already. Now it's going to be a separate thing, but I think a lot of people will be happy that they'll be able to actually put their properties out there on an actual, some form of an MLS. So I'm pretty happy about that because that helps a lot of people who are, since most real estate investors, a lot of them are agent or realtor adverse. And with these changes with the buyer's agents and all that, I think that also helps. So I think we have a lot going for it now. So I think it's going to be all over YouTube. I'm kind of, because I'm already getting sick of Pace being on YouTube. Like I was only watching, I forgot what I was watching, and he popped up, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" I saw him like 3 times on Facebook that day, and then I'm watching something that's nothing to do with real estate, and their Pace movie pops up. He's like, "You don't even have to be in real estate to make money off of other people's deals." So I was like, "Thank you for bringing people into the business that shouldn't be." So yeah, that's what we're working on. Cool. So, hey, Laura, are you still working on your deal? Did you ever connect with anybody on that?
What were you asking me? No.
Oh, what your deal you were talking about a couple weeks ago.
Oh, so yeah, I close this Friday on Hillview, which is a property in Blaine, Washington, way up at the Canadian border.
Okay.
And we just got an offer today on another property. We had finished the flip on. That one's the south end of Bellingham. So one we call on Barrel Springs Road. So that's exciting. We have a first time home buyers moving into that.
Cool.
And yeah, looking for the next opportunity. There was one that we were looking at that would have been a transition housing, but somebody just offered more money than we were willing to pay for it and wanted to do a 3-week close. And we said, let her go. There'll be another one.
Hey, there's you're getting a new aircraft carrier to Bremerton, so you have a lot of new sailors there. They're assigning a new aircraft carrier to Bremerton.
Wow.
That's 5,000 soldiers. I mean sailors.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I haven't been south of us for a little bit. I mean, frequently. So I don't know what we're doing in terms of troop movements, but yeah, anytime we usually do something around the globe, all up and down I-5, we can see because of the Joint Army Air Force base that we have and the naval stations, we can usually see troop movement. So we generally know when there's deployments, but
yeah, because you got the Ranger Battalion up there and all that.
Yep. So yeah, I haven't been out and looked at that in a little bit. So yeah, we could be doing some, and I don't even know right now.
Well, yeah, and military housing is going to be interesting because there's a lot of changes now with the military and stuff. So I know Fort Carson in Colorado is getting a new aviation unit, and they're getting more special forces and all that. So it's kind of a good thing. So I think with the military being kind of fixed now, I think they're going to do a lot of good stuff with it. And now that we're getting out all these stupid wars too. So
I was just going to say, didn't we just close down a base too? We just closed one in Alabama? Was that?
There's some, I know they closed something. I read that they had closed. I know they closed one overseas. They closed one in Greece. They decided not to use anymore because it was too expensive. It was like a staging base for whenever we I don't know. So I don't know which one they closed here, but they do that
Yeah,
every once in
they
a while.
closed one in Alabama.
So we have a guy that he hasn't joined officially yet, but he was on Thursday night, Nathan Eccles, and he's active duty at Fort Bragg and all that. And he was actually in ADPI, which is that active duty passive income real estate group that I forget the guy's name who runs it. There's a couple, it's a really good group for people in the military or veterans, because it's all, everybody has to either be in the military, be family military, or something to qualify to be in that group. And they do a lot of stuff for investing. So I met the guy a couple of times, and he was the Fort Bragg coordinator for ADPI. ADPI did such a good job, they actually got permission to be on some of the bases and to talk to people about investing. So that's a pretty good, it's pretty hard to actually do, to pull off, to get permission from base commanders to do that. You know, and you gotta get permission from the general or the admiral. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I think that'll be good. And then, like I said, you and stand up on Washington, so that should be try to see if we can try to do something as far as on reindeer for Washington. We're gonna try to do something that hopefully everybody can open their own. My goal is that everybody can kind of open their own, but we have multiple people in one state, I'm gonna try to get it, to have those people kind of start putting deals out, and then start doing, we're gonna teach people how to do hashtags and all that. The hashtags will help them. And that way people can, when they open their groups, they open their stuff, it'll help. I honestly think within a year, almost everybody that's in our group is going to be able to not even have to do anything on Facebook as far as real estate. We'll be building up, attracting people will be coming in. Eventually, I think within 2 years, I don't think we'll have to, I honestly think a lot of people will look forward to that, not having to be in these groups of 50,000 people. So we talked about that today. I talked to my partner, one of my partners, Paul, and about that. Like, people don't like to, they don't like to have a lot of bad information. Like, the bad information, like on Bigger Pockets, even Facebook, isn't like intentional. I always tell people it's like that game you play at camp when you're like 9, and the counselors get like 10 people in a row, and they give them like a story, and then repeats the story. You know damn well by the time you get to like 5, 6, 7, by the time you're done, that story has nothing to do. Whatever comes out at 10. I think that's what happens. It's just so much just gets passed down the line and gets watered down, and people I think that's the biggest problem. So I think what people are going to be able to do is they'll be able to come home from their 9 to 5 or whatever, come home, fix dinner, pop on, log in and watch like 5 or 6 videos of the 500. And like I said, I'm not going to have them all 500 at once. I'll have about 15 and then I'll build about 30 in March, and probably about 30 a month. And some months I'll build more, but I'm trying to do, at first I'm going to do like a little variety pack, like an introduction pack. And then in March, I'm going to start like focusing on where, people in our group are, since it's built for you guys have been patient, what are the people in our group working on, making sure that I have everything connecting then, and then we'll start branching out from there. Because we don't have a lot of people, there's some spaces we don't have a lot of people in. So, and then I have some more resources. Here's 2 things I need to get somebody to build me a mobile home analyzer and an RV analyzer, because they're different. So I need to get a storage analyzer, and I need to get an assisted living one. And then I can cover everything, every asset class at every level of multifamily. So we're going to break multifamily down into like duplex to like 8plex, and then it'll go 8plex to like, whatever the next level really is, it could be 20, 25 doors, and then you go up to 25, then it's once you start getting into larger like syndications and stuff. So we'll probably have like 3 multifamily communities there, because people who can only do duplexes to like 8plexes aren't ready to be doing syndications usually. We're doing 100, 200, 300 doors at one time at one complex. And all that, and then we're doing live events. So everybody knows I'll be doing a live event in April, 1 in June, and then it looks like 1 or 2 in September and 1 in October. That I'll be promoting reindeer. And then as a sponsorship of these events, we'll get 5 people, and there'll be 3 to 4 of us going. So we'll generally have room for 1 or 2 people, but everybody, if they want to go and meet us, like at Pitbull MPLA, which is in September, in Scottsdale, Arizona, at the resort, and I went to the same resort, the same event 2019. The last time I went to that one was awesome. It was before COVID. It's like $1,700. It's $1,795 for the VIP platinum. They have a lower level of platinum. They have general admission, or what they call light. Light, but VIP comes with all the meals. It's all catered, man. You don't go hungry at Leonard Rosen goes first class. You don't go hungry at all. It's phenomenal. It's a Sunday through Monday. They do have a golf tournament on Saturday. So we generally will have 1 or 2 people, at that event or something. If anybody wants to go besides that, then we can actually get discount tickets. But I'll send you guys a link if you guys want to see a link to it. Post it if you guys want to go look at it. And go look up at the conferences, look up at Scottsdale, the one in the Fairmont. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to be done. I don't know which level of sponsorship we're going to do for it yet. I'm going to have to talk because we don't have to even do that, make that decision until the summer. But if you guys want to take a look at it, I posted a few links in the group about it. It's a pretty cool event. Like, you guys see who's all there sponsorship wise. So if you go there if you were to go on your own and you go like you pay the $1,795, which I mean, like, it's almost $2,000 plus you got like hotel in the first 2 nights usually. So you're talking talking about $3,500 to $4,000, but it's well worth it. And you actually get a half an hour consultation with John Hornick, the John Hornick Law. He owns privatelenderlaw.com, which is awesome. So that almost is worth it because John's one of the top real estate attorneys out there, and he can close and do deals in all 50 states. I'm putting his link right there in right now so you guys can see that. So I just promote these things so you guys can kind of, know if you ever want, there's enough time to plan for it. But when I go to these events, I'm going to promote this for you guys, get more people in. That's revenue sharing for you, more resources. Because MPLA will be a lot of people. I mean, we'll probably talk to 1,000 people that weekend. And then hopefully they'll be signing up live. So, and then Daniel, before you just gather. Cool. Hey, let's get the other Bill Damage. What's up?
Hey guys,
Hey, what's new?
not too much. I wanted to get connected. I wrote down the name last week of somebody you said that does transactions, but I don't have it in front of me.
Jay Holder.
Yeah, that's who it was. When you get a chance, if you could just connect me with him.
Yeah, anybody else want to connect with Jay, let me know. Jay's done over 1,800 transactions. He'll probably hit 2,000 by the end
Yeah,
of
I
the
think he
year.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Jay's but dude, when I told people I was when I was gonna bring him in, people were like thanking me. Like, oh, he's the best guy in the business. So let me try to connect you. All right, here you go.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, anybody wants to hook up with Jay, I'll try to get him on too this week. So yeah, he's awesome. He's I mean, that's a lot of deals. He's gonna have 2,000, and he also think about how many lenders he knows that he's connected, that he's done deals with. So he'll be a good resource. We also got a new lender, a new connector. Actually, he's pretty good. He's like Ari. He has up to a certain point, like a lot of lenders that can do like flips and rental properties and commercial. And then he has a gap until he hits like 8-9 figures, and then when he's hit 9 figures, then he's wide open again. It's funny how a lot of them work that. There's always like a gap that these guys have. Like, nobody lends 25 million, but there's people that do 100 million. Like, Ari actually has 100% funding for 100 million. Believe it or not.
It's kind of hard to
So-
believe. I want to see that. He preached that last time. Let's get him on here whenever he closes one, and let's see if he actually does it.
Yeah, I know. But
I mean,
it's like,
when it sounds too good to be true like that, I mean, it's going to be too good to be true.
I know, but I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
he does a lot of the smaller ones. I mean, he's been getting a lot of stuff done that he's been getting in our group. So I know he's doing merchant cash advance too now. But yeah, I know there's I don't know, we'll figure it out. Because I want to see one of those come down too. Like, MJ has that Las Vegas casino, and I'm like, hopefully it's a smaller one. Because I don't think the big ones use wholesalers. That's another one I always have to laugh at. Every year somebody pops up, I got a Vegas casino, you need to send me a proof of funds. It's like, okay, let me find my proof of funds for $2 billion. Because I forget, what is it? Which one's, there's one for sale, there is one for sale. One of the casino owners is selling, I can't remember, was it Circus Circus? No, I think Circus Circus is closing. They're actually, I think they're building some new like stadium for like the baseball team or something on its property.
No, that's Tropicana, I think.
Oh, Tropicana.
Tropicana, I think it got dropped already last October, and yeah, the A's are supposed to be going over there.
Yeah, because there was another one, and I know there was another casino owner was building. There's some other casino that's being built too. That's a new one that I don't know, which I don't know. I'm going there in August to see Toto, so I'm going to Fontainebleau, which I've never. I really don't want to stay in that, but I'm also not really a Vegas person. So I'm just, everybody's like, it's gonna be 110 degrees, not when I'm staying inside the whole time. I'm going to see the concert and flying in and out. I'm like, I'll be there 2 nights, but I'm not going out into the Vegas heat in August. So I gotta go to Scottsdale in September, and that'll be like kind of that way too. We'll go to MPLA because that's gonna be the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. That's a great resort, man. That's phenomenal. We had a great time. We went to that one. Then unfortunately, we were gonna go to the second one. We were supposed to sponsor it in March, and then of course COVID happened in March. So it was great, but we're gonna do a lot of our own, like a lot of stuff. Hopefully, at some point, maybe 2026, we'll start doing some. I like to do some regional ones, where I can pop into like 5 or 6 different places, and then everybody in those areas can meet local, more regionally. Because like we talked about doing like one big like event at some point, but then it's always hard for people to come. And the cool thing is I wanted one at the Gaylord in Denver. The Gaylord Resort is right. Literally, don't sleepwalk, because if you sleepwalk at the Gaylord, you could walk right onto the runway at Denver's airport, because it's like that close to like it's right next door to the airport. But it's a huge resort. There's like 2,000 rooms, and they have an indoor water park, which is kind of cool. It has like a lazy river, kind of like Willy Wonka. It's kind of weird. Or Pirates of the Caribbean at Disney. So cool. Hey, Bill, what are you working on besides that? Wanting to connect to Jay? Do you need help with anything you need help with?
Yeah, just looking at some transactional lending, trying to do a little bit more of it.
Okay.
Small stuff, but trying to do it.
Cool. And we have an opportunity too. Bill Johnson's on right now. He's doing the deal. Looks in Grand Junction. He's looking for an experienced partner on a couple of duplexes. So if you know anybody that's interested, I'd like to be an experienced. I gotta have a 680 FICO. Is that right, Bill? Let's see if we can get him back on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the person has to have experience and at least a 680, because
Yeah.
one of the loans that he's going, if one of the programs he's going to might end up needing to be flipped into one that is credit based as well.
Yeah, and that'll be through life changing.
So
Yeah.
how does that work if you have somebody act as your, credit partner? Does that get their?
It's not a credit partner that I need. It's just an experienced partner.
Experienced partner.
My credit is good. I've got a 743, 745. So my credit is good. And I have
experience. You want somebody to partner with that's got at least that much.
That's got experience. Yeah. That's got a 680. And they're looking for somebody who's experienced. Like Bill has done these before, but what, 4 years ago? And they're looking for somebody who's done something within the last 3 years.
Got it.
And so you can partner, then they can negotiate what the term is and they can be out of the deal in like 6 months or something and get paid on it. If they just want to do it short term, something short term to get in and on it, help him out. And then it's through Casey, through Life Changing. So it's a phenomenal program. It's in Grand Junction,
Yeah.
Grand Junction, Colorado. Yeah.
So the challenge in that is how you structure it, right? And I'm not talking about how you get paid out, but I'm talking about the particular lender and how they want it structured. And they're likely, because one is sitting on the credit part and one is sitting on the experience, they're likely to want both people to be 50-50 in that. And the reason is because otherwise they'll discount one or the other. That means both people have to end up being on the loan too. And again, it depends on the particular lender that you have, but that's just been
Yeah,
my experience in how that works. And if it's a credit only partner, which is not what you're looking for, but if it's a credit partner, they actually take majority share of
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the business part.
Right.
But
this is, yeah, just experience, because
and then if you, and that's the problem though, is if it's not 50-50 that way, then they discount one of the people. Where I saw a deal where somebody came in as a credit partner and the other person had all the experience, and they discounted all the experience, period, because it wasn't set up as like a 50-50.
Wow.
Yeah, so it depends on the lender. That's all I can say is, and
yeah.
the
In
rest
cases-
is not even about who gets paid what and takes credit and how and all
Yeah.
that, right?
In
It's all
cases,
structure.
yeah, Casey's been in our group for about a year and a half with life changing, so he'll get it done. We'll just try so we can help somebody that, somebody in the group wants to do it with Bill. That'd be great if we do it internally.
Yeah,
So,
we actually plan on doing a refi and getting the person out within 6 months to a year.
cool.
So
You still looking at the church?
no, I mean,
Mm.
nobody's taking it right now. So
It'll be on the market for a while then.
yeah, it's already been on for a little while, but I'm going to let the pain happen a little bit more, and then I'll hit them a little low.
I'm waiting for the paint on Greystone.
All right.
All right, cool. Hey, Scott, what's up? How's Michigan? Trying to get you unmuted. There you go.
A little warmer
Hey.
to the 50s. It was nice.
Oh, wow, dude. Cool. What are you working on? What do you need help with?
Right now, nothing. I've been busy. I had a death in the family and
Uh,
dealing with work stuff. With
Did you have to
going
send your
on.
did you have to send your email?
No,
You guys didn't have to do that?
no. DOJ said no.
Uh,
So our new director.
yeah, I mean, I was kind of wondering how that was gonna go. We were joking the other day, we were joking about what does the CIA guy say? Bug the bad guy, polish my silencer.
Right. I mean, I think it was. I mean, I didn't care. I think it was more of just trying to catch people that aren't working at all.
And then there's said that there's a lot of people that probably don't even exist.
Right, because there's no way they were going to review 2.3 million emails.
Because I just saw today where the GSA has versus GSA. Someone has 13,000 employees, but they have 17,000 WinZip accounts.
Oh, yeah.
And where that money's going. Well, sorry, guys, to go with politics. It's just I'd ask Scott because he works for the DOJ. Right. So,
But I did do some driving for dollars, and I got a list of some houses I'm going to put offers in. Somewhere in Detroit, in somewhere in the good parts of Detroit, and then some up in the my hometown. So I'm gonna put those in and see how that goes, and hopefully get some funding for them.
yeah.
They've been
Kind of,
vacant for a couple of them, been vacant for years. So
well, that should be interesting. I guess I'm still trying to find people who can blend in Michigan. I think Ari was too. It's just like I said, it's one of those states. I think it's just because it's judicial foreclosure. Most of the states that are judicial are kind of harder to have a lot of people, a lot of lenders.
yeah,
At least you can find the true private ones, but we're going to attract a lot more of them. I mean, like I said, I think you and Bill got here late, but we'll be up and running next week with the platform finally.
okay, cool.
So just don't know which day. It could be Monday, it could be Friday, it could be over the weekend. Yeah. And then everybody will get there. Danny will come on one night. We'll introduce him to everybody who doesn't know him. And then he'll give out the instructions on how to migrate. And then, because I don't know if it's going to be like a code, like an offer code, but you guys are already in. So you just enter your information and set up your account. Everybody will still have to do the same disclaimer because that's on the front page. And then we go from there. And I'll probably have 15 videos there. And then I'll build about 30 in March. And then I'll be building probably somewhere between 30 and 35 videos of my content a month. So first I'm going to try to just focus on what I know our group is doing. So everybody in the group, that's why I'm polling everybody right now, kind of when I talk to them. whether it's here on a Zoom or whether it's off the Zoom, what people are working on. So I can pull, I'm trying to pull out all the resources and all the scripts I have that'll help the people in the group first. And then obviously I'll start filling it in. There's some things I don't know exactly how it's going to look because Danny's building it, but it's going to be, if anybody's an Agents Gather, it's going to be just like Agents, a lot like Agents Gather. We just have modules that we bought. And we decided to, for everybody know, we decided to go away from LearnDash, went to another provider, and I forget its name now. But we actually are able to actually just buy what we need and not have to buy more than we need. Like LearnDash is awesome, but it's designed a lot of times like adult education, community colleges, things like that. And a lot of homeschooling type stuff where they have report cards and grades. We didn't need all that stuff. So we were going to end up paying for more than what we needed. So it's awesome. So, because we're not going to do like, if there's quizzes, it's not even going to come to us. We're not even going to know if somebody takes a quiz. The quiz is just to reinforce learning. So it's pretty sweet. It's going to be almost, I'm going to have to build 500 videos and put up 151 videos for each of the resources that we have, each of the downloads. So everybody will download and they'll be able to watch a video about what that item is. It'll be cool. It's all picture it does it all, it does the voice, does everything. I can go in there. I can even go in there and add my, I can go in there and do a video and do something live. We'll eventually be doing a lot more live videos too. I'll be doing a lot of stuff and other people. And as people in the organization want to do, then they'll get compensated for it as well.
Okay.
So it's gonna be awesome.
I just got an email from Lee Arnold's Brokers Network. I haven't watched it yet. Are you in there?
Yeah, I watch a lot of them. I go log on and watch them on after they're done usually.
No, I mean,
Yes.
are you as a presenter? Because it had you had your profile on there.
Oh, they still are using that? Dude, I didn't know that. Here you guys there's a funny story. So
You should check. You should be getting what do they call that when they play reruns?
No, it's awesome. I know. I'm still
Like the actors when they're
that
Visuals.
deal was in 2018. That deal was 2018. I brokered 7.2 million at a family office. That was my 7th deal after taking his. So that was huge. And then I went back to another event and they talked about me. I was there for another funding tour. And I was so popular because hey, I just brokered a 7 point. I made 200,000. Everybody, like 80% of the people signed up to be private money brokers. So the next one, they're like, yeah, you probably shouldn't come because we need more people to sign up for the other stuff. But no, and then a couple, like maybe a year later, someone because about once a month I see somebody on Bigger Pockets hits me up because they have all the reviews and people talking about Lee Arnold, and I'm fiercely defensive. I've gotten it almost shouting. The clones are shouting online against people because the people are like, oh, it's just because Coco's notorious for paperwork, and it's I don't know. So I remember somebody was saying, I just saw your, and this is the first time I knew they're using me as a testimonial when somebody said this, and I went and looked, and it was, who's using my testimonial? Because I didn't recognize the company. It was Investor Syndicate. And I guess they had contracted with Lee to do the presentation. So I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see it, what they're doing now, because it used to just be my picture and my name. Because most testimonials, it's like somebody like they've used the first name and they use the last name initial. And you don't know if I actually know the company that was one of the companies that was busted by the FTC in 2020, 2021. They were actually pulling pictures of people like you could do a reverse image search and you could literally find the people that they were making fake testimonials with. So it's kind of interesting, but yeah, it's kind of cool that they still do that. I need to go and log in I need to go and check that because it's been a while since I've seen that. I wish they'd actually make me something where I could actually post it.
right.
I have my stuff in the funding tours and all the court, the stuff I did with them like 7 years ago, but things have changed. But it's still kind of cool that they did that. And I actually had, because I had my construction business at the time, so I had my Home Depot contractor card and I traded them. So instead of $1,500, I bought them $2,500 of the tools on my Home Depot card, which I got 60 days, same as cash. I got like 12 cents a gallon gas on Shell through my Home Depot rewards, which is great. I filled my truck at the time. I had my truck. it cost me $11 to fill my truck with full, and then I paid it off with my deal, and I got tuition covered with that. So it's kind of cool. I bought $2,500 of the tools. They gave me a list at Home Depot, and I just went and bought everything on the list for them. So it's kind of cool they did that, because that's why I kind of became loyal to them. Like I didn't have because I was like hemorrhaging cash from the construction. I was doing mostly insurance work, and I'm waiting for insurance companies to pay my clients, so I
Yeah.
can get paid. So I paid my salespeople and all that. I made sure, but I took a little bit, and then I basically waited till the end to get my money, which kind of sucks when you get into winter and you're still owed by I think at one point I had like American Family owed like 4 of my people like $40,000 combined, and like 25,000 of it was mine. It was ridiculous. So I got out of that business. People still hit me up all the time. Hey, do you need insurance for contractors? It's like, do you guys know I haven't been in a business in like 6 years? I don't know why I'm still on their list, their call list. Yeah, so we got a lot of good stuff going on. Anybody else got anything? Or like I said, we're looking for an experienced partner for Bill Johnson if anybody's interested. Great deal in Grand Junction, Colorado. You'd be on the deal for 6 months if anybody knows anybody. They just need a 680 FICO for experience and have had done a flip or rental property with a duplex or something within the last 3 years. Other than that, I mean, like I said, we'll have Ranger up and running. I'm gonna announce it when Danny's gonna be on. And then a couple weeks after that, you'll meet Paul, who's my partner. Paul's one of my best friends. I've known him since 2007. Paul's going to be my CFO, and he will be setting up all the revenue sharing for everybody. And he's researching right now how to do it. Like there's a Square Payroll has a system, so you guys can go enter your banking information and all that information. We don't see any of it. Then he just basically will just go right down the line and whatever, how many people are in the revenue sharing, and just pop, pay everybody. And that way we don't have to collect all the information, and then they will, the Square or somebody else, they would actually send you your tax information at the end of the year. Then you can what I recommend people do is use the revenue sharing, the money for your business. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it, it's your money, but we're trying to tell people, because eventually, like, guys, it's not great at 100 subscriptions. You're talking about 10. Like I was joking earlier, I got monetized on Facebook because you guys see how much I post. I had 89,000 impressions in 1 month. They pay me $13 today. And they sent me, like, right after that, I got the thing, you should get Meta verified for $8 a month. I'm like, well, why don't you just deduct it and just send me $5? It's like, come on, Jesus, come on, Mark. You're supposed to have gone to Harvard. I don't know. So at 100, it's not great, but 500. The goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by 2030. And if we get to that point, we'll be sending out 350,000 people to about 100, just the people in the group. Because basically we get our first subscriber and close an associate. And then you guys also know, if you guys notice, I changed also said it's like founders and plank owners. Plank owners like Ginger, if you guys get Ginger on sometimes, that's a term from the Navy. Everybody on a brand new ship or a brand new command is a plank owner. So on March 27th, which will be a Thursday, everybody will want to be on. That's kind of like the fail safe of we went up for a couple of weeks, and now we just need to make sure that's the night that we're going to make sure that everybody has their code to get on. However, Danny sets that up. So March 27th. If you're gonna miss every Zoom but one in the next like 30 days, don't miss the March 27th. It's on a Thursday. I decided to keep them to regular nights so people wouldn't be confused. March 27th. And that'll be kind of like the founders night. And that'll be after that. It's kind of like, it's a kind of a big night. Like I said, if you guys go into Files tab and you see something called PMA University, there's like 3 or 4 documents. You can pull up what this was supposed to be 5 years ago before COVID. And it was going to be a lot more expensive for me, and it's going to be a lot more expensive for the people in it. So we managed to get it down to just $99 a month, thanks to Danny and what he can do. Like I don't have to go pay Lightspeed GT like $10,000 up front to set it up for me. So that's a pretty cool thing. So it's pretty awesome. So like I said, five years I worked on it. Trying to collect the library, collect the resources. Got roughly 175 people to start it, all of you guys. And then that'll be good. And then you guys can welcome all the subscribers. think about every subscriber that joins makes you money. You know, and like I said, there's no guarantee, but you guys see if I can think about Bigger Pockets and how many people it has and how many people it has and it's paid. And you know, it's, you know, the difference between us and that. Think about being, if you were in the first 100 or something people on Bigger Pockets, you know, when it started, but where it lost its ways, I think, with all the free people, and same on Facebook, everybody's free. You know, you can't, it's the quality sucks. And so with this many people are going to be coming here because we're going to get a reputation for deals getting done, people getting the right information, people connecting, people doing peer-to-peer, you know, and it's going to be, like I said, my vision is that now I have the deal desk, but also when I have, like I was saying earlier, we want to have ability like on Twitter Spaces where people can just open a conversation. You know, anybody that's in our approved like Clear to Fly group, which is pretty much all of you guys, and then people as they come in, they'll get, you know, once we get to know them, can open up a conversation. So, you know, one day, Scott, you could just open up a whatever we're going to call it for Michigan, and get all the people that are in the group that have joined as subscribers from Michigan, and you get them, and you kind of coordinate. It's kind of like having a virtual RA, you know, REIA meeting.
Yeah.
And then, and if you're somebody's talking about short-term rentals, do a short-term rental. We'd like to have, you know, that'd be awesome, 24/7. And then in second phase, we'll set up those communities and those people that are communities. Plus, Danny's setting it up also where people can post their own content, their own mini courses once they're approved, and we know what the content is. Those can be monetized, so you'll get a separate. Those people will actually get a separate check from the payment processor. So you can go on and sell videos for like $5, $3 or whatever per view. You know, and you can sell whatever, and you guys can set up and sell your own as well. We get a little, he gets a little, and then you guys get a lot. So he's setting it up. So this is gonna be the only group. And then he has his MLS, and we'll also have it so you can do your own portfolios. You can go in there and do all kinds of, you get Company Cam. That's why I've been promoting Company Cam, and I've been promoting HomeWise. But Company Cam is awesome. Nobody in this group will probably ever need the paid version, which isn't that much, you know, but it's video and photos and videos. You can go out with your camera phone and basically pull up Company Cam. You can set up on 123 Main Street. You can take all the pictures inside and out all the way around. You can upload them. You can send them to your lender. You can send them to your contractor. You can post them. Whatever. It gives you so many. It gives you like 20 different options of what to do. You can do photos and videos at companycam.com, and it's free. Like I said, you probably never need the paid version. Now they will obviously, like, everybody hit you up, or you want to do it, you know, but you don't. You just need the free version. So we're gonna set it up where basically people can actually load all that stuff into Reindeer, where you guys can post your stuff and help promote getting more lenders, connecting with more lenders, connecting with buyers, connecting with sellers. And I think, and then like I said, Danny's gonna be doing all the marketing, a lot of it online, bringing a lot of people to join it. I'll be hitting YouTube with some paid ads. I just don't want to do like Pace when I'm popping up during the middle of a, you know, hey, you don't have to be in real estate to make money off other people's deals. He actually said that. Did I tell you that, Bill? Pace popped up. I was watching the bowl game between CU and BYU. When CU was getting their ass kicked, so I was already not happy. And all of a sudden Pace pops up. And he's like, you can make money, or you don't have to be in real estate to make money off other people's deals. I'm like, God, I have to deal with it. Next, you know. I was like, because sometimes I like just to chill out for a few hours and not think about real estate.
He's everywhere.
Then he's on YouTube, and it's the wrong. These people aren't even in real estate. They're like, oh, I can go loan $1,000 and charge $2,000 back. You know.
Saying, are you actually working? And then if you don't answer, you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired.
You know, that's. I understood, like, I was, when you were going back to the conversation, Scott, about like, I can understand you guys and like that, because I saw that post. Who was it? Was it Christy Noem or somebody came back and said maybe they should rethink that we don't want people like the CIA telling people what they did last week.
Right. Yeah.
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 How many people did you kill for the CIA last week? So I don't know, I mean,
I saw one meme where it was like, it said redacted, 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 redacted.
no, there's another one where, so the Federal Center in Denver, which is, I kind of drive by there a lot. It's in Lakewood, and there's like huge, I mean, there's a lot of agencies. They also have the National Guard is there, and literally somebody was saying like there's somebody's like chief of security there was saying like, there's like, we haven't had like 75% of the employees even come by in like 5 years since COVID. Like this is the guy that's like the police chief for the Federal Center or retired. Now he can talk, you know. And he said, man, it's been quiet. Like where'd all the employees go? They're all working from the mall or the golf course.
Yeah.
You know?
I fans were sending in their responses to the email.
Mm.
Uh,
And then I was like, so, you know, it takes like a minute. And I said, everybody in the civilian world and the non-federal government has to do this.
yeah.
It reminds me of Office Space.
I mean, we do it twice a year anyways, because we do, evaluations. So
Yeah.
not really different, but
I just think it's funny that some people are upset about it. I don't know. I just can't wait till they go to Fort Knox.
yeah.
Like there's that meme going around of like everybody at Fort Knox right now, and they got the Krylon, the gold metallic spray paint with a brick. All right, cool. I think we got a lot done tonight. Like I said, it's probably a couple more Zooms and we're live. We'll still be doing the Zoom. We may by April or May cut back and just go to Thursdays just because we're getting a lot more people, like 3 times is what we get on Thursdays and more people. And I think you guys will, I think it's over the next couple of months while it ramps up, it kind of, I think people are going to find that it's going to be a lot easier to get deals into lenders in the group. There's going to be a better, where you put all your information in and ask the questions and then you push send. And every lender in our group will get it. Everybody in the organization that identifies as a lender that we vet will get it at one time. So we know everybody has it. Because on Facebook, I can't guarantee that. It sucks. They only let me usually add everyone once a day. So it's usually, if I haven't used it, like when I first get up and I post something, I usually, once I post it for somebody, I try to like, who needs it, who needs some help right now. But Facebook limits me. I can only do like 1% of what I want to do on Facebook, and I can do like 200% of what I want to do with Danny on Agents Gather. So it's awesome. Like I said, it's just like we're into days now. At this time next week, we'll be in the hours, literally hours. It could be online at any time.
Thanks for making that reality, Nate.
I know it's like a lot of work. I've gone through a lot because several times I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to start it earlier, and it's like Danny came along and here it is. I don't have to go to Vegas. I drive by Danny's office twice a week, twice a day, and he lives in my town. So it's like awesome. So I don't have to, that makes you guys get to know him. Like I said, the guy's the luxury realtor. He's a one-man show. He has to go up in our community against Remax and Coldwell Banker Sotheby's. All have like 8 to 10 agents working with a broker, and the broker's got all those marketing resources and all those. He's a one-man show. He owns his own agency. He doesn't have an affiliation with any of the agencies, and he's able to compete. And $800,000 in our town gets you like nothing. I mean, it's like horrible. It used to not be that way. Like the average home price, I think we have 126 properties on the MLS, including land. But I think like probably 60 of those are probably over $1 million. So we got, like I said, we got Greystone at 25 million. Who's my dad's friend owns that. He's a hedge fund guy retiring. He's selling that one. He's selling his $40 million Vail estate. So I'm trying to get him to take a $25 million price reduction.
Wow. Well, have a good night, all.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Laura. Thanks, Scott.
Yep. Have a good one.
I think we'll have a better, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be it's going to be rocking and rolling.
Cool.
All right, everybody.
All right. Have a good one.
Cool.